Greetings, I welcome you to our day 7 of our 14 days research proposal writing challenge. My name is Patrick Nkemba, and I just want to encourage you that we've come to the mid of the challenge and resistance increases as we progress. And if you are not facing resistance, it means you are not learning, you are not making progress. You should be worried. And I want you to know that it's hard to celebrate if it was so easy. It has to be challenging so that when you are celebrating, you know I've gained something, I've managed something. It is worthy celebrating because others have not managed, others have stopped on the way, but you are still pushing. Let's continue. Today I'm excited to share citation and referencing styles. As we do our literature review, it is very important to understand citations and referencing styles. Citations and referencing style. So to the introduction to citation and referencing style, I want you to know that citation and referencing are a way that comes there to help you acknowledge the sources of information that you have used in the academic work. Why should you acknowledge these sources? Because you need to give credit to the original authors and you need to avoid plagiarism. You need to give credit to the original authors, you need to avoid plagiarism, and you need to support your arguments. Your arguments are going to be trusted because you have cited. Then another part of it is that you need to know to have the list of references because people need to confirm. If you just cite that this person in this year did this study, you might make it up, but provide the full reference at the end of the document so that when I click on it, it takes me to that same document. I read it on myself and verify your claims. So that's why we put reference lists at the end of the paper and we put in-text citation within the paragraphs of our document so that we have these things put in. All right, so we've talked about the importance of referencing and citation. Just in case you missed it, I would like to remind you that this gives credit to authors that we've cited. It supports our arguments, prevents plagiarism. Plagiarism is pretending that you've done the work that you have not done, pretending you've researched while you've just copied and pasted. That is plagiarism, and when you are caught doing it, the university is going to send you to go and redo your work at the last moment when you are expected to graduate. It's painful, I can't explain it, but hope you understand. Then the other one is that upholds academic standards, just to make sure that the academic standard is maintained. You are talking about things you have understood, you are not pretending, so make sure that we do that. So the first style that I want to give you is called APA style. APA style, it's very common. APA style means American Psychological Association style, and it is mostly used in social sciences. This doesn't mean it is only used in in social sciences, but it is mostly used in social sciences. Then the other name for APA style, in case you forget, just remember author date citation system. You just use the author's name and the date in the citation system. Just that is the shortcut. So just want to give an example. In this example, we have what we call parenthetical citation. Parenthetical citation is when you say what you want to say, then you say who said it at the end. Say what you want to say, then you say where you found it at the end. So I will say, late diagnosis of breast cancer remains a major challenge among women at the University Teaching Hospital in Zambia due to limited access to screening and awareness campaigns. This was said by Patrick in 2024. That's what I've said at the end. That is the person where I got the citation from as an example. So this is parenthetical citation under APA style. There's another one which is called narrative citation. This is in more form of telling a story, but within the story you say where you found it. So I'm like, Patrick in 2024 noted that late diagnosis of breast cancer among women at University Teaching Hospital in Zambia is mainly due to limited access to screening and awareness campaigns. So this is a citation. I can't be caught doing plagiarism if I'm using statements like this and I'm quoting and citing the people that I have read information from. So this is narrative citation under APA. But what if you have more than 2 authors? So if you have more than 2 authors, this is the way to go. Let me just get a pen here so that I can be showing you. Yeah. So if you have more than 2 authors, where we have Patrick 2024 in whether narrative or parenthetical, we are going to be putting Patrick and Peter because we realize there are 2 authors. So in this one, we will say Patrick and Peter 2024, and in this one, we are going to say Patrick and Peter 2024. So that's what we'll insert there in case we have more than 2 authors. So if we have more than 2 authors, if we have 2 authors, we can put Patrick and Peter, sorry. If we have more than 2 authors, you can use Patrick Eto. This means Patrick and his team, Patrick with a team. So there are a lot of authors that you can't manage to list into the text because you realize you are going to fill the page with number of authors that featured into this document. So what you do, just write the first author, Patrick Eto 2024. Then this can be put into what you want. So you can say Patrick Eto noted that, and then anyone that knows citation and referencing will know that this Eto means he did it with the team. So, and you, when you are reading a document that you want to cite and you find Eto, you should know this was done with a team. So when you're going to present your work in front of the panel, you should be able to tell that this person did this particular work with a group of people, with a team, and that team may be known in the paper. When you read the paper, you may find out the name of everyone, but for the sake of summary, you need to write that for the sake of formality and professionality. Alright, let's go on and talk about MLA. This is modern language association style. It is used mostly in the School of Humanities. It is also known as author page number citation system. It's also known as author page number citation system. So just like we were doing in APA, MLA, let me say MLA uses the page number. So where you say the author who is Patrick, then 24 the page number. So you say this or late diagnosis of breast cancer remains a major challenge among women at University Teaching Hospital in Zambia, was said by Patrick in his document on page 24. So that page is what we are including, just a bit different. So if you are reading this document that you like and you want to cite it and you find that it is using the author and page number, don't worry, just quote it because you need it. You can't leave the information because you have not understood the citation style that they have used. So that's why I want to give you as many as possible citation styles so that you don't get limited when quoting, when doing your literature review. Alright, so let's continue. This is a narrative way of writing using EMLA. This is a narrative way. So this is where you say, according to Patrick, comma, you will say everything you want to say. Then page number, you put it at the end in the brackets. So that is narrative citation in EMLA. So if you have more than one author, you can say Patrick and Peter on page 45. More than 2 authors, it still remains Patrick Eto, but the page number, maybe it's page 12 of that particular document, just like that. So then how it comes, if you want to cite finally, you just double the name of the first author. So the first author, Patrick breast cancer in Challenges in Zambia, Lusaka Press. So this is how it will come as the final reference after citing. There is another one that I want to show you before you go. I want you to look at this. It's called numeric citation style. It's very interesting and it is commonly used in medical and scientific writings. So I want you to look at this. It's very nice. This one is more like just the summary of every citation style that you meet. So in citation style, it uses numbers. So you look at parenthetical, where you say what you want to say, then you say where you found it later. You find that they have said a lot here, but where did they found this information? They found it on one. Sometimes this is confusing. You find the good information that you want to get, but there is just one. Who is that one? So you just go at the end of that paper and look at their list of references. You find that this one is Patrick P and Challenges in Zambia, and this is how you can cite. So you come to Patrick P and you can choose to change the citation style depending on the instruction from your lecturer, but you've quoted this document that uses Vancouver style. Then you come and get Patrick and 2024 from here, and you go and use APA style since it's the instruction from your supervisor. So just understand so that you don't get pissed off. Some things that used to make me upset are these numbers in the narrative citation of Vancouver style, where you find Patrick, then you find there's a K1 on top there. States that limited awareness is key factor in delayed breast cancer diagnosis. This used to piss me off because I never used to understand the K number that used to be on top, and I used to remove it. So if you remove that one, you should replace it with something, because it is meaning Patrick in 2024 did this kind of a study. So you've just removed the citation. You need to know that so that you can be citing documents that are different and you are not limited where information can be gotten from. So this is what I had for you for today, and I want you to know that you need to choose the referencing style according to the instructions from your particular and specific university, from your supervisor, and you need to be accurate and consistent, because some of the supervisors like me, I like reading, so I'll check, I'll see if it is there and if what you said is what is really written. So thank you so much for joining us in the 14 days research proposal writing challenge. My name is Patrick Nkemba. Let's meet in the next video. Thank you.